Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Green Dragons Gaming Club. Without us, they'd never feel like winners. Without them, we couldn't look so good. So, I just came back from Battle Cry, and now it's on to the next tournament, and then it's going to be some time off. So, the next tournament's going to be Brawlers Bash, and we're trying to get ourselves ready for that. And for those of you who don't know or are new to my channel, we're in Westchester, Pennsylvania. If you're out this way, just do me a favor, look us up. We're a good gaming group. So, in order to turn around and prepare for this is going to be held in my basement, the dragon's basement, so to speak. And this is where our group meets about every other month, and then it's one of our other guys' house every other month. And let's be honest, I got I got a whole bunch of tables. It doesn't make a difference. But this is going to be Lord's Dan's Vermin Empire, some of the prettiest rats you've ever seen, versus my own SirMC 2015, my dwarves, my dwarven holds that you've seen on this channel as of for at least 6 months, and they're still not fully painted. As I said, I'm not going to move on until they're fully painted. I may play a game here or there with something different, but you know, that's basically it. And we're getting ready for Brawlers Bash. Brawlers Bash has its own unique rule set. So the TO turnaround, there's actually cards you can use that you're supposed to use only once. You play them after deployment, and you say which one you're playing. If you get those battle requirements, it gives you an extra 1,000 points, victory points. This is only graded off of victory points. So the more you kill, the better it is. It's not how much you lose, doesn't make a difference. It's just the more that you kill. So you can have some of the bloodiest games. The more bloody, the better for everybody, including enjoyment. And Dan's been teeter-tottering back and forth between different lists, and I'm just adding to my own current list, my 4,500 point list that I took to Battlecry, which was extremely effective. And if it works, you don't break that. You add to it, and that's kind of, we had a Dragon Talk one time, and that's kind of what I have alluded to. Is like, if do you do a slow build, or do you say, here's what I use at this point value, here's what I use at this point value? And I used to say, here's what I use at this point value, and I don't do that anymore. Based off of what I've had occur, it's like, okay, I'm going to turn around. This is what works, this is what works, this is what works. Here's how I keep adding to it till I get to what I eventually want. And because if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I don't have his exact list, so this is the best thing I could say for his Vermin Empire. Please feel free to pause it, look at it. If you have any questions regarding it, please let me know. I know one thing is people may say, oh, Vermin Guard, they're not point effective. Here's the thing is, you need damage output, especially for this tournament going in. So I understand why he's taking Vermin Guard versus, say, the Plague Disciples. Because, yeah, Plague Disciples, they have Frenzy and Hatred, but they're still only Strength 3, I believe, versus the Strength 4. And it's what you kill, not what you have left on the board. Not only that, I agree with him. I like them personally better, but I think I can make them work better if I was playing Vermin Empire. Let's see. But point for point, I do think that the Plague Disciples, or whatever they're called, Plague Bearers, are actually point for point better, especially if you turn around and take a Plague Disciple on the pendulum. But he played it. Last time, it's not his play style. It just isn't. So you can't harp on that. Mortars, I love mortars. Abomination, I know there's a lot of hatred about saying that they're horrible and everything else. It's got a 4-up regen, random movement. There's so many good things. 3d6 attacks at strength 6. There's so many good things about that. You just need to be smart where you place them. Meat grinders are meat grinders. I don't need to say anything else about them. And that's it. Now, here's my list I've added to, literally copy, pasted, added. So a couple things that I added was 5 Seekers. I added 5 more Clan Warriors with throwing weapons. My Runic Smith, which I forgot. I completely forgot he had Infamy this game, which causes fear, which actually would have probably swung points because I think he made some of his leadership tests on 7s, which I'm bitter about. But let's see. the 19 Deep Watch with the champion, a standard with a banner of shielding, and 5 Seekers. That's all I added. And 20. The unit of 19 Deep Watch is now 25 Deep Watch. Here are his spells. So he's got the Hand of Heaven. He's got the Speaking in Tongues. He's got Smiting the Unbeliever. He has Wrath of God. And then his Plague Disciple, which he didn't show me those spells, has those set spells in Shamanism. So we did number 2 for Brawlers, which is Diagonal Deployment. And again, you get handed a list of cards. You turn around and you play the card at the end of deployment before deploying scouts. We both played the same card. The card said automatically go first, kill the most expensive unit on the board, and gain an extra 1,000 victory points. So, the reason for this is I took a picture of the board. We were placing unit for unit, and I looked to see what he had left. And I'm like, you know what? I really want first turn, because if I'm going to place my organ guns in the middle of the board, I'm going to be able to shoot something off the board, turn 1, and then control the field of battle. This is what he had left, which is the big unit of Vermin, the Rat Warriors, Clan Rats, whatever they are, the Abomination, his characters, and his 2 War Machines. And that's his guy on the bell. So as I said, I had first turn. Makes me bitter. This is going to be my Dragon Seeker character. I painted him up for Brawlers, and he's not in my list. A little bitter about that. But here's how the board looks at the end of turn 1. So I am turning around. I'm trying to close the wheel, so to speak. He's turtling in the corner. He doesn't want to go toe-to-toe with my army because he feels that my army will turn around and be able to beat up on him in a manner that he can't project that amount of damage. I'll come back to this picture at the very, very end. I turn around and get -1 to hit up on that unit. I shoot, those things are his Doom Wheels. I shoot one of them off with that quickly, put 1 wound on him, and now it is Vermin Empire, turn 1. He moves like so. So he has his Abomination going doink, 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 playing ping pong or, I don't know. It's just basically he has it set up so it doesn't have to move. And he just rearranges a couple things. He turns around, he gets a spell off during his magic phase, being the Comet, and I eat it. It's like, hey, you're going to get that one time only. He turns around, he shoots Junior over there, Chucky, aka Chucky Light, but I call him Junior, with 4 wounds from his rotary gun, which is great on his part. He rolled outside the box because he needed 6s to hit him and then 5s to wound him. He did 4 wounds. I made 3 out of the 4 wounds. And he's like, crap. So now it is Dwarves' turn 2. He's so far away. That's all I can say. He's so far away. I get my 1 organ gun out of the way. And this was a mistake on my part. I should have moved both organ guns, knowing that comet comes down before my organ guns get to fire. So again, this is after my movement. My Rangers get closer. My Miners fail to come on the board. And this is what happens when the comet comes down. It kills the organ gun flat out. It kills 2, 4, 6, 8 of the handgunners. He rolled outside the box. It was just brutal. But that was it. Okay, so I'm scathed, but I can live with it. So here comes the Vermin Swarm's turn 2. He gets a spell off. I don't remember what spell he got off. I didn't care about it, and nothing happened because of it. But he miscast and killed, and he rolled a 1, so that was 1, 2, and then count as 4 dice, so 8. So that killed 5 of his Vermin Warriors. His shooting killed 3 Seekers, and over there he killed 1 of them using his rotary gun. Again, He rolled well to hit, to wound. I made 2 out of the 3 saves. He's going, son of a... over here, he turns around with his other rotary gun. He only manages to kill off one of the Rangers. Let me swap out the Seekers for Rangers. I like how Rangers perform, but Seekers, they just have staying power. Over here, his mortar. I'm sorry, I missed that last turn. His mortar originally in that big block of Deep Watch killed 8 Deep Watch. This time it killed 2, 4, 6 Deep Watch in that smaller unit of Deep Watch. So they're doing very, very well. And he manages to put another wound, and only another wound, onto Junior over there. So now he's supporting 2 wounds, and one more he's dead. Dwarves 10-3. He's still too far away. This is the start of the turn before I do my movement. Here's after movement. So I tried to charge with the Rangers. They failed. The miners came on the board. I tried to charge his chariot-looking thingamabobber over there with the spears. They failed. That's it. That's all I got. So Vermin Swarm turn 3. My shooting, basically because he's so far away, he turtled back there. He took my shooting out of the equation. This is his movement. His rotary gun turnaround opened up a can and killed 6 miners right off the bat. That was fairly painful. But they passed their panic test. Oh, yeah, I was sitting there staring at this picture like, what the hell happened? So, he, as I said, he's playing, I don't know, bouncy between his Abomination and his Doom Wheel. Well, his Doom Wheel had to turn around and make leadership tests so it doesn't go zap the closest model, and he failed that test, so he had me roll, and I think I only did strength 2, so 3 hits, strength 2. I hit, I wound with one of them and do 3 wounds to that gun, so that kills that gun. And that's it. Over here, he tried and failed that charge with his meat grinder. Killed another Deep Watch. So now it's Dwarves turn 4. The game's moving fairly quickly because there isn't a whole heck of a lot going on. Let's see. Rangers get in. Miners get in during my turn. I move up those warriors as such. Let's see. That's it. Close combat. I kill that machine over there. I think I put a wound on it. Yeah, I put 1 wound on it, but I think he killed one of me, but he stays leadership 7 or 6. Rolled like a 3. I was hoping. So now it's Skaven turn, or I'm sorry, Vermin Swarm turn 4. There's no such thing as that S word anymore. And let's see, he turns around. He tries charging. And does he get his meat grinder in? I think he charges the rotary gun, because I think I shot off the meat grinder last turn. I apologize. He charges his rotary gun into the smaller unit of Deep Watch, hoping to get his large unit of Vermin Guard with his Doom Blade into the larger unit of Deep Watch. He wants to go after my king. He's got a chieftain in there with the Doom Blade. That thing is designed to kill characters, especially my style character. And anything else special happens this turn? No. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. We just literally played this last night. All right. So over here, that thing misfires and shoots another couple of his own guys. Over here, the meat grinder only kills 2 of my guys. That's it. He just rolled poorly. Oh no, that's a zappy zap. That's that thing. Over here, my miners, which overran into his Vermin Swarm, and that held them up. They died before they ever had a chance to attack. So his meat grinder killed 4. I don't think I did anything in return, but I was steadfast. And now it's Dwarves turn 5. As I said, not a lot's gone on so far. There has not been a lot of blood. So I charge in. I had the flank. I have the big unit. I'm hoping, as I said, I am hoping that I still maintain having 5 models in that frontage. I lost 1 to dangerous terrain tests. And that's it. During my shooting phase, I shoot off his other Doom Wheel. Rangers are still up there locked in combat. And as I said, there's that. Spears had charged into... I'll go back. So he finally finished eating that unit. They broke, they ran. He got flank charged with the spears. Spears turn around and eat it, only losing 3 spears. Over here, I only lose 3 deep watch, and but he hits my king. So he has 4 attacks. He turns around, he hits with 1 of them. He wounds me. He rolls 5 wounds. And he goes, yes, I killed it. I'm like, no, it's got 5 wounds on it. How many wounds does it have? 6? Son of a... So, again, that was very fortunate. I think he failed 1 of his wounds because he needed 3s to wound me because I have the spell up that's -1 to wound. And that's it. I turn around and killed that Magister. I could not let him live. And between the flanks, disruption, the number of wounds, he auto breaks. They get caught. So now it's Vermin Swarm, turn 5. My 1 unit overran and caught him and bounces into the other unit, Deep Watch, which then gets flank charged by the Bell's unit. But I don't care. I'm indifferent. The King's unit did a reform. And was waiting for the Abomination to turn around and say hi. So here's how that looks. So he ended up killing with the flank charge, the Bell, the impact hits. I dropped my big stone. He does 4 wounds to that unit. Well, they're stubborn 10. As for the Abomination died without doing a single wound. Again, needing 4s to hit, and died before his Thunderstomps. I got very lucky because he failed every single one of his saves. He should have only taken 3 wounds and then done Thunderstomps. But, you know, that's just the way luck had it. Over there, his gun, his mortar, turned around and polished off the Rangers. I was impressed. The mortar turned around and proved hardier than what I thought. So now it's Dwarves turn 6. And I did a combat pivot, so now they're going to be charging into the flank of that Vermin Guard unit. I'm going to try to get the spears in the front, the Vengeance Seekers, the Seekers, basically everything's coming forward. During my shooting phase, I shoot off the Meat Grinder, and he was surprised I shot the Meat Grinder off versus the Rotary Gun. The reason why I shot the Meat Grinder off is, 1, it only had 1 wound. It's got 2 up armor. But if it goes into the flank of the Deep Watch, it can really hurt the Deep Watch because those are special attacks. And I just don't want those attacks going on during his turn. So his Vermin Guard turn 6. I got the Vengeance Seekers and Seekers into that 1 unit. They all died. The King's unit did enough damage, but he did just enough wounds to break me from having disruption. He did 1 wound on that unit. Over there, against his Magister's unit, I think I'm winning that. I'm winning those combats. Over there, his Rotary Gun kills another 2, 4, 6 spears. That's still well above 25%, and they don't run. Over here, he kills 5 more Deep Watch, leaves me 1 Deep Watch. Therefore, I maintain, and he has +1 strength on them, so they're wounding me on 5s. So I maintain my Stubborn with that unit. So Stubborn, rerollable 10. Meanwhile, I won combat. That's the whole thing. It's like, I'm pretty sure I won. Oh no, I lost that combat because of his rank. Rank and banner. So I lost, but I ended up sticking without a doubt. So it ends up being a massive Dwarven Souls victories. Now, his 3,060 includes the extra 1,000 points for him getting objective. He killed my unit below 50%. My 5,000 also includes that 1,000, but again, I was closer to 6,000, I believe. It was a good game. It was a very good game. And his for the Vermin Empire, the Plague Mortar, and for me, my Deep Watch were key, pivotal things. So I want to go back all the way, turn around, bright eyes, saying that just to piss Dan off. All right, hold on, went too far. Here we go. So, too far. So one thing I think my opponent should have done is he's got the meat grinder, he's got those vermin guard, and he's got that. I think he should have applied pressure on his left flank. He had the models there to do it rather than sit back. But that's kind of my opinion. I'm not saying what he did was wrong by sitting back and turtling, but had he applied pressure, it would have then taken a character with that bigger unit away from my bigger units to deal with the weaker part of my army, and then he could have turned around and take his zappy zap zap, going around the one flank, and just kept hiding him behind the boulders so he didn't see the organ guns and just keep zapping me, eventually hoping I'd make a mistake or be forced to be drawn out. That's kind of my opinion. But again, he did nothing truly wrong. It was a great, fun game. So Dan, thank you so much. And until next time, happy gaming.